All right, I'm Jeff Southerland. I've been here at Cary-Kildaire Rotary for a little over 3 years now. My hometown is Cary, North Carolina. One of the few from elementary school right up the street through graduating from Cary High. So longtime Cary native, moved around a little bit after that. Went to school at Appalachian, so lived up in Boone for a few years, went down to Charlotte after that. Apologies to our New England crew. I did make wasn't a good fit for me, but I did venture up to New England. I made it through one winter. Not a good fit, even with Boone to prepare me. On the upside, I met Amy there, so all's well that ends well, but I did get driven back to Raleigh, and then about 4 years ago, we moved back to Cary proper. Excuse me. So we've lived back in Cary for about 4 years now. Wife Amy, we've been married for 6 years. We have a son Finn who just turned 3 this week. Professionally, you might remember I did a big program and talked about my job for a while last year, but to recap, I work on the business end of television. I'm currently a project manager for a software company that makes software for TV, radio, and now more digital TV stations. I fell into that when I was living down in Charlotte in the 90s. I had a job selling cell phones. That was my first real job out of college, trying to sell cellular phones. I wasn't good at it at all, but in the process of doing that, I walked into ESPN Regional down in Charlotte by accident. They don't have their name on the door. And I tried to sell them cell phones, which they did not buy, but they gave me a part-time job. So the cell phone thing didn't work out, so I went to a temp agency. That temp agency sent me to a different TV station in town. So by accident, I was suddenly working at 2 different TV stations at the same time, and I haven't left the industry since. And I won't bore you with what happened in the middle, but you know, I guess it's a career now officially. Why I joined Rotary? You know, I've always enjoyed serving. It was just something I was brought up with through church. I volunteer with Appalachian Service Project and other things. Habitat for Humanity. Boy Scouts presented a lot of opportunities to serve. I'm an Eagle Scout, in case anybody wanted to know. But then, you know, I was trying to find out, like, you know, that was all just kind of there for you when you're growing up. Like, now that you're an adult, where do you find those opportunities? So I had spoken to Kyle, actually, a little bit about Rotary. So I had a little idea of what it was, but back in the time frame, you know, in the 01 to 09, I was traveling about 90% of the time for my job, so it just wasn't a good fit. I would never be able to attend meetings, but once the nature of my job changed, I saw Kyle out. He invited me to an open house, and I ended up joining a couple months later, and I've enjoyed it ever since. For someone who works from home, the other thing I was looking to get out of Rotary was an opportunity to get out of the house, because I've been telecommuting for about 17 years now, and you go a little crazy without having some sort of external network. And if I don't drive myself crazy, I'm going to drive Amy crazy. So thanks for having me every week. What I'm passionate about, personally, I'd say spending time with Amy and Finn, obviously. Hobbies, I really like to read. I play guitar and piano around the house. But the biggest source of, I don't know if it's right to call this a hobby or not, but most of my disposable income goes towards going to see concerts. Luckily, Amy is passionate about this too, so we're able to take vacations that incorporate going to see shows into an actual vacation. So like next month, we're going down to St. Augustine, Florida for a long weekend, and we're going to see Widespread Panic 3 times. Works out well. We've been to the Caribbean 3 times for an event called Panic in the Playa, where they actually set the stage up on the beach, and you stand on the beach or in the ocean and watch the show right in front of you. So it's very nice to have that connection. I tallied it up. At best I can count, I've seen concerts in 21 states and 4 countries. So pretty good, I guess. I don't know. Rotary-wise, I don't think I have a particular focus as far as you know. The reason I really like Rotary is because we do hit on so many different groups, and groups that I would have otherwise not known about if it had not been for Rotary. I think if I had to choose one area that I'm the most passionate about, it would probably be those groups that just don't have their basic needs met. My non-Rotary time goes to, and money goes to Raleigh Rescue Mission and the Food Bank of Central and Eastern North Carolina. And that's why I'm really excited that we're doing this district grant project to work with school kids that don't have enough, don't have just the basic necessities to go to school. You know, growing up in Cary, that wasn't part of my life. So it's hard to imagine that happens here in Wake County. So I enjoy that aspect of it. I think that's everything.